Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of August 15th. We're just gonna maybe jump right in here if this works, and we're gonna get started. Really nice. You start off with the sun, so you can't beat that, even though that Three of Swords kind of ruins everything, right? Just kidding, Cancer. We're gonna see what is actually going on here in this reading, but let's see, Cancer. So you start off with the sun, and the sun, of course, is a card of happiness, joy. It's a card of enlightenment as well, and feeling enlightened, feeling happy, focusing on joy, and I would definitely do that. It is interesting to me that you end with the moon as well. You know, sometimes we go through cycles in life, obviously, where it's like things are very clear with the sun, and then maybe we enter into a moon period. A moon period really isn't necessarily a bad thing. I know a lot of readers read it as fear, anxiety, you know, all those things, but really it's a card that just says don't stop. It's really a card that says don't allow your emotions to get the best of you and keep moving forward towards your goals. We'll talk about that at the end. We're also going to clarify as well. You also have the Temperance as your crossing energy. So here's the other thing, is that with Temperance as your crossing energy, Temperance can represent turning a positive into a negative or turning a negative into a positive. You can go both directions with Temperance. It is a card of transmutation and turning one thing into another. So I feel like you just need to realize that just because something may seem like it's going in a certain direction, it might not actually be going in that direction. You have the power to change it. And I do feel that the Temperance card as a crossing energy is waking you up to maybe your abilities to turn a negative into a positive in this reading, or just saying you at least have the potential to do that. In the area of your thoughts, you have the Three of Swords. Obviously, some of you could be going through a breakup or a separation with the Three of Swords. I do feel like some of you are thinking about a reconciliation. Again, I don't do X-back readings for a reason, and, you know, I don't even... here's the other thing. I don't see an X coming back. I just think maybe it's in your thoughts that someone could be, or you're hoping that someone comes back here with this Three of Swords energy, and I think you're just thinking about it. Again, we're going to clarify and get more detail. The Three of Swords can also be a card of forgiveness, so it can represent needing to forgive if something has happened in your recent past. I do feel like some of you are hurt by something, probably a close relationship here based off of this reading. It might not be love, that's the other thing, or it could just be like a family member or something like that that hurt you recently, and so this can represent forgiveness. The other thing I like to remind people about the Three of Swords is, just like the moon, it is temporary. So if you're feeling hurt or sad this week for whatever reason, it can just represent a temporary period of time. As I've said to everyone as well, I would be careful with the Three of Swords. It seems to me like everybody's been getting the Three of Swords a lot. I would just watch your health, make sure to stay healthy at this time. Next, in your foundation, you have the Justice card. Love it. I like the Justice card in your foundation. Justice does say that if you were hurt, this could be like an apology or something like that coming in for you. So I do feel that some of you could be receiving an apology or justice or karma for something that happened. It's also a card of coming at things from a neutral position. So when we're hurt, usually we kind of are on one side or the other, but I feel like you're looking at things from a very neutral position, which is great because I feel like it's allowing you to see the situation for what it is. So if someone hurt you or someone did something to you, it's like I feel you are seeing it from the right angle. Justice is also cause and effect. So it just says make sure everything that you're investing your energy into this week, make sure you follow cause and effect, meaning you put energy into something. Does it give you energy back? If the answer is yes, keep going. If the answer is no, stop, right? And change direction. Do something new. In the area of your past, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is like a big opportunity. It is something like a garden. You can see there's a garden here, and it's something that can grow, something that you can nurture into existence. We can see some mountains here in the background, and the mountains are really standing out to me. There's really mountains in the back of the Moon card as well. So I feel that these two cards are connected. The funny thing is it's almost as if you have passed through this portal right here. So I feel this reading, I feel like the story of the reading is saying that you've gone on some sort of new adventure because you have the Page of Wands in the area of your near future. So it's almost as if you have left that garden, something that was maybe a comfort zone or something that represented safety or something that you worked on for a long time. And I feel like you're looking for greener pastures. I feel like you are open to the adventure with the Page of Wands. So this reading is pretty simple. I feel like it's like the search for something better, in search of something better. And there's really nothing wrong with that because you're willing to put the work in, is what the Page of Wands tells me. I feel like you're enthusiastic and excited for this journey as well, Cancer. So again, probably not a bad thing. Over the next few months, you have the Three of Pentacles. Love it. Sometimes I think we just need to get started, and I feel you have just gotten started. Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work. It can be a card of teamwork as well, but I almost feel this is just saying that since you have just gotten started on something, people that you need to assist you are showing up on your journey. It's like there are many quotes that exist from famous people that basically all say the same thing, that when you get started, the people, the places, and the things that you need appear on your journey. But if you don't get started, those people don't appear, right? We have to start the journey to encounter our guides that exist in physical form, like actual people. And so I feel that for you here, Cancer, that because you've gotten started, people are assisting you or appearing to help you. It doesn't matter if you're starting a business, a new relationship, or just looking for improvements in your life in general. I feel like because you're starting work, it's like you're putting things into motion, so things are moving forward. In the area of your closest relationships, you have the Nine of Swords. So again, I feel like some of you were clearly hurt or have experienced something in a close relationship. I have Libra popping into my head, so they could have had Libra in their chart somewhere, and I don't necessarily think it was a Libra. It could be. Could be like a Libra cusp or a Pisces cuspy person or Pisces with Libra. I don't know what I'm getting here. But what I would say is that I feel that you could have been hurt by a specific person. Normally in this area of the reading, it kind of represents all relationships, but I feel this is kind of talking about being hurt by like one thing in your life. And if that is not true for you, I do feel this is asking you to socialize. By the way, if you weren't recently hurt, Nine of Swords could represent not wanting to get out and socialize. In the area of your future feelings, you have the Three of Cups, which is like wanting to socialize. I feel it would be a great time for you to socialize for any reason that you could possibly imagine. If you want to grow your business, if you want love, whatever you want, I would get out there and socialize. I feel like that's where you're going to find the answers that you are looking for. Three of Cups is a card of celebration. It's also a card of reunion. And again, I do feel that some of you are hoping for a reunion with a person. And I'm not necessarily, again, I don't really feel that someone is coming back here, if I'm being honest with you. And so, there you go. Finally, at the end here, you have the Moon card. The Moon card is a card of fears, illusions, fantasies, all those things. But again, there are these mountains in the background here, and the mountains represent achievements in the tarot. The Moon says no matter what, we maybe can't really see the future, and the Moon card just says we have to kind of move through mystery. We have to experience mystery in life. We just have to keep working towards our goals, and then we will achieve them no matter what. And the Moon just reminds us to really not get off our path. The Moon says keep going, and that's what I would do if I were you. But let's clarify through some of this and see what's going on for you. That wasn't right. With the Temperance and the Sun, you have the Hermit. The Hermit is literally standing at the top of some mountains. So I do feel that you have either already been through a dark night of the soul or you've been through something challenging, and you're going to be learning a lot. But, I feel you're still learning, but I also feel that you're still kind of climbing with the Hermit card. And the Hermit card, I feel, says sometimes that we need to shine our knowledge. We need to let things out. He has that lantern out in front of him. And that is partially the thing that could set him free. He is actually frozen at the top of the mountain. His feet are frozen. And he could put that lantern down and set himself free. So I feel like some of you need to kind of put your knowledge into the world. With the Three of Swords, you have the Two of Cups, perfect match coming in for you. So I feel like there's like a true soulmate coming in for you. I feel this could have been a stepping stone soulmate, and I'm pretty sure that in a recent reading I did, I said something about how maybe a past person was a stepping stone soulmate, and usually when we have a stepping stone soulmate, we feel a very strong connection to them, and the future person, someone new, is like our true soulmate. So I do feel there could be new love, if you're looking for love, probably someone that's very different than your usual type. Pretty weird. Every single reading I did for 2022, for the 2022 yearly readings, almost every single person had the Two of Cups, and I remember saying this, that I thought it was pretty weird back then, and I think it's pretty weird now, but it kind of, I see how it fits in maybe with the astrology as well, that we could be attracting people who are different than our usual type, because usually if we have a type, and usually if we constantly break up with that type of person, it's probably not the right type. And so I feel the universe is maybe leading us towards, better relationships. With the Justice card, you have the Knight of Wands, go on the adventure. Knight of Wands is kind of very well fitting in with the triple conjunction we had at the beginning of the month with the North Node, Uranus, and Mars in Taurus. The Knight of Wands wants us to be bold, spontaneous, wants us to try new things, wants us to go on the adventure. So again, I feel like you're going on this adventure of, finding greener pastures, finding bigger and better things in your life. With the Page of Wands, you have the Ten of Wands. Again, part of me feels like you've done a lot of work already. You can see that this guy, the whole point of the Ten of Wands is that he has planted those wands in the first place, and now he is carrying his harvest back to his home down here. So I feel for a lot of you, it's kind of like you're carrying your harvest back home, but you're not there yet. I don't consider the Ten of Wands to be a bad card, because again, he is about to reap the rewards of his harvest. He's about to put the burden down, but all the work that he's been through, it has been a burden. And so I feel you've been, a hermit, Ten of Wands, burden type energy right there. And I feel like it's been a burden, but I do feel this reading is saying, don't quit now. It's like, don't quit when you're like 10 feet away from where you're about to have your harvest, like he is on that card, right? With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Fool, the journey. Exactly, literally everything I said. The Fool says, take a leap of faith, right? And the Three of Pentacles, I was saying, it's almost as if you're starting something over the next few months, and because you take a leap of faith, because you start the journey, people appear. So if you're like worried that you want to start a new business and you're worried about what to do, just get started. I feel like people, places, and things, it's like you're attracting those things. That's literally the message I was getting on that Three of Pentacles, which that's not even really what it represents, but I was getting that intuitively. And the Fool is all about saying, number one, you're ready. Number two, get started. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Nine of Cups, wishing for something. Again, I feel in a lot of ways that you have to get out of that Nine of Swords energy. Trust me. Again, I know it's easier said than done, especially if something has happened or you've been hurt or you've been, sad or things haven't been going your way. I lived Nine of Swords for like 3 years of my life minimum. Trust me, it didn't get much better. It wasn't much better before. It didn't get immediately better after, but I just started having to focus on what I wanted. And so I would get started with this Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is about bathing in an energy. He's about to have a feast, and he's meant to look chubby because he's about to have another feast. So it's about kind of like experiencing an energy before you can have it. So if things haven't been going your way, I feel like maybe you want money. The Nine of Cups says you have to bathe in wealth before you can have wealth. Same thing with love. It's like you have to bathe in the energy of love before you can have love. And how do you do that? Well, it's like if you want love, go pet a dog, right? Go do something that you love. Same thing with wealth. It's like go be around wealth. There are things that are abundant, right? And it doesn't have to be money. It could just be abundance in general. What makes you feel abundant? And that's what I would be doing with that Nine of Cups to turn around from that Nine of Swords. With the Three of Cups, you have the Page of Wands again. I mean, this is your answer, is getting started on a new journey, this moving on to greener pastures, right? It's like you've passed through this right here, this Ace of Pentacles, and you're moving on to something bigger and better, I feel. With the Moon, you have the Emperor, so you definitely have a plan. I feel like you're ready to take action. I feel like you're ready to create these kind of like greener pastures. I want to clarify that again. You have the Four of Wands, another portal card, but a card of a celebration, a card of happiness, a card of moving towards something that can make you happy or something that can create more happiness in your life. So I do feel there's a lot of happiness coming in for you with that Four of Wands. I also feel there's going to be a lot of reasons to celebrate as well. Let's see what this card is. Actually, you have two cards. I'll take it. I'll take both of these really good. You have the Serendipity card and you have this To Be Fair card. So Justice right here. And the Serendipity card is like luck. But, you can see she's being lifted up by this like four-leaf clover. But she had to like pick the four-leaf clover before she got lifted up. This whole entire reading, there's no reason to drag it out. Very simple. Again, I don't think readings have to have like a million different things going on, right? To me, very simple. Just get started with that Fool. The second you start, everything's going to fall into place. But if you don't start, and whatever you're thinking about here, new relationship, new business, whatever it is, new job, It's like once you get started, then things are going to fall into place. And really, I feel like that's what's happening here. And even if you think it's impossible, even if you want to build $1 billion business and you're saying I have negative dollars in my account, trust me, as someone who has experienced negative dollars in his account for like those 3 years that I did nothing, like multiple times, I had like negative $800. It was always like $800 that I was always short, right? And always had like overdrafts and everything like that. As someone who's experienced it, it's like I can tell you that just getting started, right? Just making those first moves is what needs to be done here. And again, I've been here, so like, trust me, I've experienced it. It sucks, but that's what I would do, especially if you're there. Maybe you're not there. Maybe you're in a good position, which is also great. Then I would just get started on the next thing because I feel you're moving towards a major improvement. But love it. So thank you for being here, Cancer. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.